Hello. Now we slowly reach to the last area of our revision work. Last a couple of classes we have been discussing different areas of linguistics and different areas of modern grammar. And after taking all the lessons, modules, we did some revision work related to the linguistics, two big areas as revision work we did. Now we come to grammar side, one class now over. This may be, I would tell you, this may be the last class on our syllabus. After that, now ball is in your ground or in your hand, that you try to do the play. Now goalkeeper, you are there, the left and right wing players are there, that you do your work. And if any type of doubts that related to areas linguistics and modern grammar, you can ask me. You can even send your areas of doubts to my personal mobile number or mail ID. So as far as I am concerned, I have done my justice. Each topic related to the modules that we come across, and it is also your duty to check. Textbook is there, published by Calicut University in your hand. You go through the each topic and just comprehend which area now have been kept untouched or not taken. Then you can ask me, do not hesitate. So as far as my memory is okay, all the topics individually we have taken, and after that revision work done, now all the areas going to be finished. Now work hard, go through each lesson, each topic, then make your own notes. The area that we went through on the board and the classes that you copy down, in addition to the material, you just look over your textbook, copy down some areas and make a beautiful paragraph, very beautiful side essay topics, major areas of essay topic that we come across, and some areas related to the modern grammar we will make last touchings. Now he go to area called ENPH and NGP. All right, what is called ENPH? All right, what is called NGP? Both are same. I referred phrases, am I right? Phrases, then phrases into clauses, and clauses into sentences. All these areas that we come across. Phrase, first point, keep in mind, it has only minute meaning, only a reference, but it can appear on the position of yes and o, or even the verbal position. When a phrase appears on the position of subject or object, or where supposed to appear a noun, that may be called a noun phrase. Where do you find nouns actually coming? Nouns are coming on the position of subject and object in a sentence. So that is object can be all right, attributed, or it can be developed, or it can be enlarged. Then it will become a group. For example, we took a cat. All right, seeds on a mat. Cat, you will get a subject, seeds, verb, on a mat, object. This cat is a subject which is a noun. Simple, the same method I taught you in the previous classes. So your duty just to remember the area that we took in the class. So my question is there, how can you develop this cat as a noun in the sentence which is a subject can be developed into a group of words? When it can be supported by another elements or other elements from the back or from the front, it will become a group, and that group is called NPH. That group is otherwise known as NGP, noun group. Suppose we write a black cat, it becomes a group which appears on the position of subject. That is a group. Alright, then our duty from this group, how can you define each element? Then A will be determiner, black will be ADJ, cat will be head word. Head word means the word supported by some other words from the back. That is called NPH or NGP. Whenever noun possible, this noun can be or head word can be supported by so many other words. That is called NGP or NPH, which is likely to come not only in the field of subject but also in the field of object. Now here on a mat, it is a group. On a mat, it's a group, NGP. Why? Define on, preposition, a, determiner, mat, head word in the group. Suppose you write on a green colored mat. On, preposition, a, determiner, green colored, ADJ 1 and 2, mat, head word. 5 words stand together in order to make NPH or NGP on the position of object. That concept we have written. Slowly it comes that with NGP we have, then we go to different parts of speeches in modern grammar that we come across, all the areas that we come across in the previous classes. Make a revision, which all the areas, parts of speeches. 1 N, then you call PN, then you call ADJ. 3 group finish. Am I right? Revise in the textbook or notebook. Then you call verb, then call adverb, then call preposition. Second category over. Then you'll got the conjunction, then interjection. All right. Then we have determiner, then demonstratives. So these are 2 additional one. Traditionally we have 8 plus now we have 10 parts of speeches available as per university grammar that you come across. So again, each area that we develop, N, you have to study definition, category, then their function. Then pronoun, 2 categories, PPN, IPN. Personal pronouns, then come to impersonal pronouns. Then you have different categories like indefinite pronoun, reflexive pronoun, emphatic pronoun, relative pronoun, all these areas that you have to concentrate. Then ADJ modifier. You will get different types of function, attributive function, enlargement development, then you put a complementary function, then different types of adjectives, how they function like. Normally you come to verbal pattern, different things are there. What do you call? Transitive verbal items, intransitive verbal items, then come to regular and irregular type, finites and non-finites type, then different inflections area that you have to come across. Infinitives, gerund system, all these are related to the modern grammar. Then areas like that we have to understand agreement concord system. That is area concord system. That also we taught you concord. It has, you can copy down all the concord system. We taught you concord system. Concord system. Definitely they will ask you one word question or short answer question. What is concord system? Agreement. Different steps are there that already written. Agreement. You try to refer any one of the traditional grammar book, you will get that area what is called concord system. All right, concord. Then automatically we go to the aux system. Auxiliary type. For the purpose of inversion, insertion, we studied different types of auxiliary system. Primary auxiliary system is there. Modal auxiliary system is there. Primary auxiliary again divided into three categories. One is be system, one is do system, then have system. They are classified as per the time schemes. How they can be used in different sentences, that you have to practice. So they will be asking you sometime in essay topic on auxiliary system. So auxiliary system you can use verb be, then do, then have. All right. After writing all the uses of be and do and have, POX area finishing. Normally you can switch over to MOX. MOX means modal auxiliary. What is modal auxiliary? Explained in the previous class. Auxiliary system is compulsory. Modal auxiliary is not compulsory. You can use can, could, may, might, shall, should, will, would, like that. You prepare notes. So there will be a chance. Sometimes they will ask you to prepare an essay topic on modal auxiliary system or primary auxiliary system. Like in the previous revision I told you, maybe a question coming related to prepare different types of questions. Generally, normally, you refer to, at least I would tell you, prepare the whole answers to the questions given behind the textbook. You prepare answers to the questions paper available in the department. You come over there in the department, collect as many question paper as possible. Then I would tell you, write only answers to that. Then those answers you study, you will get a 99% mark. You better take 5 to 7 years question paper. Question paper may be changed, scheme may be changed, but questions will never be changed. That is a matter of problem. You refer 5 to 7 years question paper. Otherwise, you approach in the department, it is available in the file that you copy down, take a photo stand, then try to answer them. All these answers and all these questions are there in the question paper. Definitely they will come, I am sure. So once you make a journey from the beginning to the end through different questions, you will get a picture where you are going to play the game, which is the real pitch of the examination. After getting the answers to each questions given in the different question papers, copy down in a notebook, study them, appear in the exam, come with flying colors. You will get high scores, I am sure. So all these areas you approach. Then sometimes they will ask you to write a paragraph on conditional sentences that is related to our close, what you call A plus B pattern. A plus B pattern in the previous chapter, conditional clauses. We have what is called open condition. We have what is called a closed condition, optative condition, improbable condition. All these conditional related to area, prepare a small note. Conditional clauses. It may be possible with A plus B, because once you change if to the sender, you will get A plus B. But you change if in the first initial stage, you will get B plus A. So A plus B possible, B plus A possible, both are possible. So that you have to keep in mind. So conditional clauses, there is a topic maybe coming for the exam or to write a paragraph question. Then adverbial patterns, then preposition, conjunctions. Very important area. Conjunctions, very important area. Articles, very important area. Then they will be asking you certain definitions on what is called traditional grammar, structural grammar, TG grammar, what is transformational generative grammar. So there is a scheme for that. First traditional grammar, second structural grammar, third TG grammar, fourth one is suprasentential grammar, then article, sentence. All these may be coming. Sometimes you will get one-word questions or essay type on the area in the grammar called word formation. That is important. Word formation. It is a very big chapter that you keep step by step word formation. Already we had taken word formation earlier in the chapter, that one lesson, big area that we have come across, what is called formal words and informal words. And you know, once you consider formal and informal words, some areas that you can also copy down. This is put forward by our university grammar book, that it is known as Wonderful World of Words. They call it WWW. All right. Wonderful World of Words, they call. It has different steps. First step, you know what is Wonderful World of Words. In addition to formal and informal words that you come across. All right. First one is called the affixation. World of rules. All right. That you studied affixation once you studied morphology. Once you studied morphology, you studied affixation. Example, some bound morphemes, prefixes and suffixes, and you will get a affixation process. Example that you discussed, unfriendly. Example, unfriendly. You will get a unfriendly. Unfriendly can be divided into first one, un. All right, called the prefix friendly. All right, friendly, again divided into friend, ly. So one prefix from the back, one suffix from the right side. So prefix from the back, suffix from the right, then word will be formed. That method is called affixation process. They will ask you some important prefixes. In this affixation process, we can use so many prefixes. Prefixes means an element added from the back. What is called impossible, inevitable, unstable, non-violence, dislike, illogical, misinterpret. Means what? In these words, some prefixes are added to the formation. So prefixes possible, then suffixes possible. All right, example, certain class maintaining suffixes are, that you keep in mind. Class maintain. All right, class maintain suffixes. What is meant by class maintain suffixes? You add certain suffix. What is suffix? Adding element from the front side, not back side, front side. Such one front side. Such suffixes certain suffixes are called class maintained suffixes. So once you get in affixation process, from the back you keep prefix, from the right side, from the front side you keep, that is called suffixes. Then class maintained suffixes, like certain words are fixed there that you use for certain. Example, ship, ship, ship. Friendship, friend is the real stem, friend cannot be cut into two, so we use friend. Then add ship, ship is also actually is a morpheme but can be added. Class maintaining suffixes. Friendship is like a hood, childhood. Example, hood, HOOD, hood. You write childhood, right side. Then ER, Londoner. Dome, DOM, dome, kingdom. These are class maintaining, all right. Then some suffixes are there like ISH, childish, all right. OUS, virtuous, all right. Then IFY, you write 45, you will change fort. Example, you get to fort. You will get to fort. That is a technique that may be applied. You will put N to V. All right, you will get fort. N. You just write FY. Automatically it will 45. All right, 45. 45 that strengthen. EN. They use EN. Lengthen. All right, lengthen. EN, that is length. Actually LENTH, length. This is noun form. Then you change into plus you add EN, you will get a lengthen. So certain nouns can be changed into verbal forms by adding this. Change certain parts of speeches. Then next step we got conversion method. All right, this may be in addition to formal and informal words, you add this type of mechanism or techniques, then you will get an essay topic. Prepare essay in the proper way. Conversion, example light, you take one example light, LIGHT. Switch on the light. You can copy down, switch on the light. That light is noun. Okay, same word can be used like a verb. Light the lamp. Switch on the light. That means that light is noun. Light the lamp means you light the lamp. Light is verb. So this called conversion. What parts of speech can be converted to another one in order to make another sentence. That is called. Example, you take another beautiful example, round. Round. We take a round, a simple way. Which all the possible meanings. Example, the earth is round like a ball. Earth is round like a ball means that round is ADJ. That round is ADJ. Earth is round like a ball means that round is ADJ. Principal went on a round. Went on a round means what? That is noun. So same round which is used as an adjective in the previous sentence can be converted to a noun where principal went on a round. You must round all the corners. You must round all the corners. Their round used as verb. So one can be used as adj, one can be used as a noun, one can be used as a verb. This process is called conversion process. So all these steps you can keep down in the lesson, what is called formal and informal words. Under that you keep all these things. Then compound formation. Another one is compound formation. Compound formation. Compound. All right, formation. What is called compound formation? Compound, two stems together. You write noun plus, for example, I'll take only one example. N plus N. You think and write, rewrite, and you make a list on that. Compound function. What is meant by morpheme plus morpheme? Stem by stem, root by root. You add one or two words. I'll give you, you take one example, one noun, another noun. You take one noun, motor plus cycle, motorcycle. You will get simple. Girl, noun, friend is equal to girlfriend. N plus N, compound construction. So many words can be prepared like that. Example, home plus sick, homesick. Home noun, sick ADJ, N plus ADJ, you will get homesick. So many words. Then another example, clippings. You will get another method. What is called clippings? Step number 6. Clippings. All right. You may copy down this clipping. What is meant by clipping? They will ask you what is clipping. It is a shortened form of big words. Clipping means shortened forms of words of a bigger word. Example, photographs. We call photo. Photographs. Photo. Aeroplane. Plane. Laboratory. We call lab. This is called. Then acronym. Another step is acronym. That already studied. Acronym. Acronyms. We already studied acronyms. Word formed by the first letter of the abbreviations. For example, WHO, WHO, World of Health Organization. So acronym is good. Then branch. We call that is technique called another called blending words. What we call blending. It is a process. Blending is a process. What is blending? Combining. Example, you take lunch and breakfast. In between lunch and breakfast, you take snacks. It is technically known as brunch. BRUNCH. Once you go to then highway roads, you will get so many motels, MOTELs, motels. Where you, what is the meaning of motel? What is the meaning of hotel? We go everywhere, got hotel. Hotel means where you supposed to get hot food. That is called hotel. What is called restaurant? We find plenty restaurants. Restaurants are supposed to provide you place for resting. But people, in our restaurants, we don't have places. But in European countries, restaurant means you should get a resting place. Then what is meant by motel? All right, motel, M-O-T-E-L, motel, M-O-T-L, motel. Motel means hotel facilities there where you can park your motor cars. That is called a motel. So this type of blending is sometimes called. Then invention, inventory words, vocabulary item, inventory words, inventory, all right, inventory words. What is called inventory words? Inventions related to Sputnik. Russians now produced, Russia produced what is called vaccine for coronavirus, Sputnik 2. It is their satellite first, but later now they put a very famous name for vaccine, Sputnik 2. Then X-ray, all these coming there. Now borrowing words are there. All this can be combined. Borrowing, world of wonderful words. All right. Then 10 borrows, borrowing words. We call borrowings. Different borrowings are there. Means what? We take some words from English to Malayalam. It's like bulb. What is the Malayalam equivalent for bulb? Only bulb we use. Because it is a borrowing word from England or English. Yes, like from Hindi, so many words ended to our English. What is called guru? Guru, that is a Hindi word, but it is used in English. Bazaar, it is actually a Persian word, but we use in Hindi, bazaar. Then Sheikh, Arabic. Padayatra, in recently English people accepted Padayatra. It is a Malayalam word, now came to be used. So many words that we use. Then another one, socio-linguistics. Socio-linguistic word. Linguistic. Socio-linguistic word. So many socio-linguistics words. Every day, so many socio-linguistic words appearing. I told hangry, Hangry, hangry. That is a new word, in all the dictionary not available. Hangry means hungry with angry. Suppose you are angry with hunger, it is called hangry. Then we have COVID divorce, a technical word nowadays coming. COVID divorce. It is a divorce in between ex and wife for a temporary time in China. That is called. So many words are like that we get from different areas. So these are the areas more than enough to make word formation method. That may be a possible question for essay topic. So get ready. So this is what is called a revision of modern grammar area. Then I had given you an assignment topic earlier that you should prepare and send it to me very immediately. Then till that moment, I wish you all the best.